Hello, welcome to a Dying Light the Beast video walkthrough. I have finished my first playthrough of this game, made a couple of videos along the way. It's been fun, it's been exciting to see how they merge together all the other Dying Light stories into one. They do not have a Game X, but I'm going to go ahead and play through the game a second time and point out some things along the way that I think would be useful to you after having played it. And this first video is what I would do as far as starting the game in order to acquire weapons and sort of understand what's going on. So take this as a first playthrough, first idea, first thoughts video. So we have just finished the first storyline, which is Safe Haven. So one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to check our stash. We got some goodies from Pilgrim's Outpost as well as from pregame and other areas. We're going to look and see what's in there. So it's important to look in your stash initially once you've opened up this area. We'll talk a little bit about the workbench over here and what you're going to be using it for. And then as an overview, what we're going to attempt to do is go ahead and get the elite pistol, which is the best pistol that I think you can find in the game. It's free to you, just have to find it. Then we're going to go look for the Ciupaga, I imagine it's pronounced. It is a throwing axe, a very useful weapon because you can toss it at the enemies as they're coming, and as you strengthen it up, it'll take them down, as well as you can just chop them when they get near you. Then we're going to go find hopefully find the Marksman sniper rifle. That is not something that you pick up from any specific location, but there is an early place that you can find it occasionally and win it from one of the Baron's soldiers who is actually using it. Then we're going to head out to the east and pick up the Eraser, which is the elite assault rifle, and then head to the north and pick up my favorite machete, which is the Strauss Broda Machete. These are the weapons that I use primarily throughout the game, so I thought you'd like to see how to get them. Again, your playing style is something different. You may want some different weapons available to you. I typically avoid the two-handed weapons. I also don't like the hammers. I tend to go with the blades. As well as we're going through this and picking up items, we'll talk a little bit about convoys, the dark areas, which aren't quite the same as the dark areas in Dying Light 2, so there's no reason to avoid them. And we'll talk a little bit about trucks and moving around. So let's get started right up by talking about our stash. Again, we have just finished the introduction. Our stash is now available to us. This is where you can store things and keep things. As you can see, I have a few items sitting out here that I got from the beginning. So let's go ahead and move them into our inventory so we can use them. A new outfit. We have our redeemable awards. There's no reason not to pick them up. This is a combat knife. Don't really use it, but we get it. Also got a couple of weapons. And my favorite of all the weapons we get at the beginning, which is a few more things we picked up along the way as well. So we'll go back to our stash. You see the weapons, once we redeem them, are sitting in our stash. The only one we're going to pull across right now is going to be the crossbow. As I said, it's one of my go-to weapons. As well as, let's go ahead and pull across our bolts. We're going to be picking up a max. We're going to be picking up a pistol. So let's go ahead and pull our pistol ammo over. If you like SMGs, I typically would rather have my assault rifle, so I'm just going to leave it sit here for now. But there's no reason not to bring it across, even though we're not using it. We will end up getting it at some point in the future. Let's go ahead and bring the ammo over. So now we have pulled things out of the stash that we want, and we're ready to head through. Talk briefly about your workbench. This is where you can obviously pull your blueprints and actually construct your weapons, but you'll also notice that this is where you upgrade your blueprints as well. And to upgrade your blueprints, you'll need to get manual pages. And the manual pages are what you find in the dark area, which is why you have to keep going back to the dark areas. Not to mention you also need all of the components to scavenge along the way. Those are the places to go. There are 3 types. There are stores, there are apartment buildings, and there are pharmacies. They all have pretty much the same items with a little bit heavier leaning towards their specific type. You can also enhance your weapons. As you can see, I am a level 2 player, but my weapons are still level 1. I can upgrade these weapons to match my current level, which gives them more strength. And we'll go ahead and do that right now. As you can see, we have a simple machete at level 1. We can enhance it to our level, which is level 2, and it's more powerful. And we can continue to enhance that as we go through. Can we do this one? We don't have enough parts to do this one yet, so we're going to leave that where it is. So that's something else you want to do with that. Rather than have to build new weapons along the way, you can just go ahead and upgrade your existing weapons as long as they can last. So we talked a little bit about blueprinting as well as the blueprints. Enhance. This is where you want to enhance your blueprints for these items so that we want to move them up. As you can see here, we're not quite ready to upgrade our bandage, for that we need an intermediate manual pages, and we'll look for those along the way. So now we're pretty much ready to get started. So let's go find our first weapon, which is going to be the elite pistol. Once we get there, clear out the area, I'll show you where to find it. Hello, welcome to the continuation of this video. We are now going to pick up the elite pistol. Sun is setting, so we've got to sort of hurry this up. Where we've come to is just here southeast of the monastery is a bridge over this road. It's a very simple little climb up from the edge. We've done most of the hard work and we'll make this quicker. So you'll see that there are a number of railroad cars here. First thing you're going to want to do is to turn on your generator. This spawns some of the infected. Take care of them. As you come towards this cargo container, there's going to be another creature that jumps out of there at you. This is him. You've got to sort of take him down from behind. He's not that difficult. Once you've done that, you can come in here, open up this room, see that you need to connect a cable, run back over this way, or walk as the case may be. Pick the cable up from here. Attach the cable. You'll find out that this door needs an access card. Slow down a little bit. Access card. You'll note you'll be used to this once you start taking out the convoys. Convoys have armored vehicles that have storage in the back of them. In order to get the cards to open them up, you need to find one of the soldiers that has been turned, take him out, and you'll pick up the access card. In this case, when we opened up this door, he comes out very slowly. We take him down. Then when we search him, you see there we get an epic key item of the convoy access card, which will let us get through this door. Nighttime is here. We need to sort of finish this up. And then we can come in. Scavenge this. And over here you get some pistol ammo. And here is your elite legendary pistol. Do some more scavenging before we head back to home. Oh, there's a lot to scavenge in here. Or continue on as you so choose to do. I think we've got it all. Nighttime's coming. We need to get out of here in a hurry. And so we'll be going on to our next weapon momentarily. So this is the Elite pistol. Holds 15 bullets, which is a very nice number to have. Takes out most people along the way. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. We will catch you on the next part of this video as we continue to our next weapon. So our next weapon that we're trying to get is the throwing axe. That's a really nice addition to your arsenal very early on. And it is going to be found in a dormer further to the southeast of the monastery. So if you head past where we found the pistol and continue to the southeast, you'll come across a very easy to turn on safe spot just by simply jumping from rock to building. Coming from there, we're going to continue more to the east and find this building. Right over there, you can see that is the safe spot that we found. We just came across here. What we want to get to is up on that building. Give you a look at where we're at. You want to get to that little patio right there. The easiest way to get there is to start over here on this electricity pole as I walk by it rather than climbing up on it. There we go. Come on up. There we go. Climb up. And you'll see that throughout the map. You can climb up to these pretty easily and then walk along the power lines themselves. In this case, we're going to head back to the building. Carefully walk on this ledge. Hop up to the patio. And there's our axe. Jump and pick it up. We also get a blueprint for it, but if you notice, the blueprint starts out rare, which means that we need to go ahead and upgrade the blueprint once this weapon breaks. Get to our inventory real quick. Rather than the hammer, let's pick up this legendary one-handed axe. Again, it is not repairable in its initial state, but we do have a blueprint for it. And what's really cool about this is if you aim and then hit your action button, which in my case is a trigger, it throws it, hits something, and then comes back to you, as well as you can swing it. It's a nice weapon to have. And you can see how far up we are as we found this. Getting down is simply a reverse. We can't go in that building right there, but this is a building we can explore, and I'll probably explore that building now just because this way we can get some additional salvage. So that is the next weapon we got. Nice throwing axe. We will look forward to our next weapon. The next weapon we're trying to pick up is the eraser, which is an assault rifle. Very useful. Once we get to the town, we'll be able to buy more ammunition for it, but we might as well pick it up now before we head into town and be ready for what comes our way. As you can see, this is the trail that we've taken. I tried to find a sniper rifle here, but I don't think we are quite powerful enough to pull that up, but we'll check back there later. We went across the river, turned on this safety spot, went to the northeast along the river, along the road, which is on the other side of the river, and we found the groundskeeper house, which is a fairly easy safety zone to turn on. Nice thing there is it has a workbench as well. From there we headed directly east, and we'll take a look at this safe spot. We're not able to turn this safe spot on yet because we need our grappling hook, which comes much later in the endeavors. But just here to the southeast is where we're standing at, on top of this little building. And right there you can see the safety tower that we are not able to turn on. And we need to get inside of this building. Let's hope there's not too many people hanging around. There, however, be somebody in here, I am sure. Maybe not. Oh, nice. Nobody in here. Is this door open? Yes, this door open. I bet you we have to go over there somewhere now. Ah, where we want to go is in that upper corner right there. Let's go ahead and pull this. Get over this way. Probably should have come this way first and taken him out of the way. Let's attach our cable. Everybody's gone, so now we can get down here. Already was gone. Superman, the beast. I think we did, because I think we would have gotten all of these affected. Anybody left alive? Wow, that was a lot of fun. So recommendation, be careful coming over here. We're going to go ahead and scavenge from all these bodies. Why do we want to turn around and not use all these bodies? And we could have also used a decoy and gotten them out of here. I think we got them all. No, there's somebody hiding under the bottom. All right. We're not done yet, obviously. Pick up some fuel. We gotta turn some power on. Before we do that, let's take a couple of drinks. Eat some snacks. All right, we're ready to move on. Like we need some more power. All right, let's head back up, pick up our cable. All these guys are dead, so we don't have to worry about them. Let's head down here with our cable. Oh, we still have 29 meters left. Now our door is open. Pretty alive in here. Rags are always helpful. More drinks, some more snacks. Some more bodies that they've been operating on. Military medkits, something nice to have. Sell the antibiotics. And there's our eraser. And a few bullets to get us started. So now we have a nice assault rifle. We can continue on with our main event. Come back a little bit later and try to find the sharpshooter rifle. This thing is pretty much gone. And if we want to, we can replace the eraser and the pistol. We're not going to erase bullets. We don't have waste any bullets. We don't have very many at this time. So that is our assault rifle. The next thing take a look at on our way out to find the last of the weapons that I want to pick up in this series is to talk about dark zones. When I first saw this, I was a bit scared because dark zones in Dying Light 2 are very dangerous to go out during the day. Well, it turns out that dark zones here just means that there's always somebody in there. It's a place you can loot. What you really want to get out of this, hopefully, are some of the user manuals so that you can update your equipment as well as just general gear. Right now, we're here at Nate's Market. All these are pretty much the same. There are markets. There are buildings to scavenge through, and over here somewhere, I don't know if I found one yet or not. Oh, we're well south of where I thought we were. Anyway, there are also pharmacies. I think there's a pharmacy over here. We haven't actually found one yet to go through. Different types of crafting items are available in them. Overlapping, obviously. Pharmacies are good for oxidizers when you really find out that you need a bunch of those. But let's take a look at Nate's Market, show you that the general way of getting into and through these. What you'll see as you head into one, what are these guys doing? Hard to talk to y'all when someone's doing on my back. This may have disrupted this little environment. Yeah, so you can notice that there is one major bad guy in here, one major infected, which is highlighted in red. And then there are a bunch of other ones that are not highlighted at all. And we have a few of the second level ones. I want to stay here just for a minute, see if they all decide they want to quiet down, which I'm hoping they will. So what you really want to do is to sneak up on the... There goes one. Once everybody quiets down, we'll get into this. We're going to sneak up behind him and get him with stealth kill. Same for the other hybrids. And then we'll take out the last of them and then surf around. We'll head out. Yeah, you can just go through and just fight them completely if you like. But we're going to go ahead and let them calm down so you can see how easy it is to actually get through these without too much trouble. Come on, go the other way. We may just give up and just go fight them all. Alright, enough of you guys. You see the ones hiding in this room back there, and one in the room over this way. So we need to be careful as we go through, and all of them will have a room to go into to get the higher rated goods. So what you want to do now is just simply find everything that's in here. There's a lot to pick up, which is why you go into these areas. What else we got? Oh, we got lots. Also a good place to get wires and other electronics. Some of the warehouses are a bit more intense, but same basic scenario. There's something out there to check. Y'all going? Cool, let's see what's out here to check. Everything picked up out here? I think so. Let's go ahead and open up the door next. Keep in mind that that guy is ready to come at us. There should be one over here as well. Oh, let's go ahead and back. Oh, here's all the good stuff. There's our oxidizers. Batteries are also very important. And here are our beginner manual pages. Begin our upgrade process. Pick up a few more of those, then we'll begin to pick up intermediate ones as our player rating goes higher. So scavenge often. It looks like we've got everything in this room. More beginner manual pages. And that looks like everything. So now what we have to do now is simply leave the way we came in, come back another day, check out some more. So that's a little bit about scavenging in the dark areas. So the next weapon we want to pick up is the Strauss Broda Machete. One of my favorite machetes, and I do like my cutting weapons when I do this. We are over here at another one of Nate's markets, but as you can see from what we've done, we've slowly wandered through, took care of a couple of issues along the way so we can continue to progress. So we had been at Town Hall, as well as over in this area, so you can follow a bit of basic tracking. I went ahead and turned on Town Hall so we could sleep there. And now we headed out to the northeast along this road, went across the bridge, and then Nate's Market is right over here. Let's get to the top of Nate's Market. Around the backside. Up to the roof. Not much here. There is this doorway. Check see if there's anything to scavenge. There's always something to scavenge. Throw scavenging first before we head in. Oh, oxidizers. Awesome. Again, oxidizers is very important for your weapons upgrades. Thing up top. Someone was hanging out up here. All right, let's go in. Everybody else is in here, so to begin with, let's scavenge what we have. The telltale sign of this happens to be that why would you have a hard door with so little in it? Well, the answer is this is where the machete is, behind this door. And if we knock, nothing happens. And so we might likely go away. But what we need to do is knock a whole lot of the time. So we're going to go ahead and pause this video while I knock and then start it up again once it opens. Just in case you don't believe me, it's going to take quite a while. We're not done yet, but I just want to show you that we are indeed still knocking on this door. So we'll pause it again just for a bit. And so there you have it, the machete, the legendary Strauss and Broda Perseverance. Just like the other throwing axe that we found, you not only get the weapon, but you also get the crafting guide as well. Because this one is not repairable, but the ones that you build yourself will be. If you want to try out your weapon, right below us is a really nice warehouse with plenty of loot in it, which is what I am going to do next. So finally, we're going to try to find our Marksman rifle, which can only be gotten from one of the Baron's soldiers that's using it. Kill him, pick it up, and you're good to go. As the game progresses, you find more and more of the soldiers that have the sniper rifles, so it's a little bit easier to pick them up. Earlier on in the game, I was able to find one here at the Island Tunnel Convoy. sniper standing up on top of one of the trucks. I've tried a few times to get that to reoccur. I haven't had such luck, so I'm going to give it one more try, and then we're just going to say sorry. We have to probably get stronger. We're only at level 4. We probably have to be at level 5 or level 6 before we can get that to be dropped. But we'll give it one more look and see, so you can check at whatever your level is, that this is where you might find the sniper rifle occasionally. I found it more than once in my previous playthrough. So let's head down to this convoy and check to see if anybody's on the trucks. Bring up our binoculars, and I think there's nobody here at all. It still has not reset from where I was before. Typically, you give it a little time, do some running around, and it resets itself. So anyway, we're going to leave that. Sorry we could not get you the sharpshooter rifle. But check it out within your game. You might have some better luck than I have in this current playthrough. So this concludes what we've been doing. Got some good weapons. Actually, I've destroyed all of them fighting around for a while, so I've got to go back and begin to do some upgrades to get the weapons back again, but that's my problem, and not simply finding where all the weapons are to begin with. Thanks for watching.